Hi everybody, today I will take you through one of the main exercises for developing lower limbs. The squat exercise is a complex compound movement involving the hip, knee and ankle. This exercise has a lot of variations that you can apply, for example, the low bar squat that it's been used in powerlifting and the front squat which it's used frequently in weightlifting training. The technique is king in this exercise. Grasp the bar from the rack and walk back. The starting position begins with the knees extended. The feet are hip-width apart and flat on the ground, whereas the toes point forward and slightly outward. The barbell resting on the spines of the scapulae and the chest is slightly open. The hands are in a prone position and the palms facing up and forward. Begin the lift by bending your knees, hips and ankles with control until the upper thigh is parallel to the floor and level with the buttocks. During the movement, you must keep the physiological curves of your spine. The head is turned forward and the neck is in a neutral position. Once you break the parallel, you can come up again to the starting position. In this phase, you should keep the trunk rigid. You need to push with the entire sole of the foot. The shoulder and pelvis should rise at the same pace. Make sure to exhale at the end of the lift. Let's take a look at the common mistakes you should avoid during this lift. There are quite a few, but let's focus on the common ones. Your knees should remain forward throughout the entire squat. If your knees are angled inward, you run the risk of your legs folding in as you squat, especially if your legs are tired. You lose most of your power if your knees point inward, and maintaining your balance becomes challenging. These factors can increase the risk of injury. When the chin is too high during your squat, it puts unnecessary strain on the spine and can cause discomfort. As with an arched chest, in this position, you cannot brace effectively, and therefore will not be able to squat as much weight as you are capable of. When performing a squat, bend at the knees, and then push your upper body up until your legs are straight. If you move your butt upward with the motion of the squat, you put pressure on the hamstrings and lower back. Often, guys will lift their heels as they descend. This shifts the weight forward, increases the difficulty, and stresses your knees. Instead, drive through your heels. For a quick fix, curl your toes upward when squatting to force you to use your heels. Also, add more ankle mobility exercises to your warm-up because rising heels could signal tight ankles. Good posture can make or break a squat. Looking upward curves your cervical spine and puts you at risk for disc injury. Alternatively, leaning too forward, overly rounds the back and stresses the spine. Too many squat mistakes occur simply due to poor posture. Of course, it's normal to lean forward slightly as you sit back and down into your squat. Use a mirror. If you can see yourself with your head positioned straight and your chest lifted, you're on the right track.